Worldwide presents to you Global Evangelical Concert, the first of its kind, happening live in Nigeria and streaming all around the world. Yes, it is a live and a virtual concert, and it will be happening live in Nigeria. Dates 18 December 2022. Ministering on that day we have Genesis, Minister T Quiz, God's Disciple represented Remo Vibes United States, Rubens Allen Victor represented Remo Vibes Latin America, Minister Scott, Minister Paul, Minister Chisel, Foresight, Minister Sarah Johnson, Minister Afe Praise, Minister Yarix, Producer Sheriff will be gracing the occasion, Evangelist Samuel King, Evangelist Ruth Edda, Evangelist Precious AK, Pastor Precious Odinaka. Yes, it will be happening live on number 4 Cuba Warrior Road opposite Imokwe Junction, Ughelli, Delta State. For participation, support, and sponsorship, you can call or estimate +234 705133 9085 or +234 8104 743971. Global Evangelical Concert, the first of its kind. Yeah!
Hello, welcome to the platform, Young and Bold. Today I'd like to discuss a very short, important topic that is going to help a lot of our young people move forward, not just move forward, but live an effective life. And I could remember some few days ago we were talking about integrity and self-control on our live Facebook platform. And so we decided to make a podcast for it. All right, quickly, based on the menace and the unease feelings that our society is faced with today, as a result of the fact that a lot of young people are missing it in terms of living a life that is filled with integrity, a life that is filled with truth, a life that lacks focus, a life that is shrouded with so many mysteries that even so many of them cannot explain, or even they can't unravel for themselves. And so this is why I'm bringing to you today this particular subject matter. I'd like you can put on the comment section, if you're listening to this podcast, what are your own views about integrity and self-control, because these are matters that matters to the heart in our today's world. So quickly, what is integrity? What has integrity got to do with our life? Number one, God is a God of integrity. God is a God of pureness. God is a whole God. Is a pure God. The Bible said in the book of Matthew, said, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God." Now, integrity is traced back to the historical fact of creation. The Bible made us to understand that we have a God, the God who created us. Is a God that stands by His word. And so we're going to be building our fact on that context of God. Now, integrity simply means a state of being whole. You get a state of being pure, a state of doing what you say with your mouth, a state of being truthful. That is what integrity is all about. So we could say integrity is a nature. It's a nature that a man should wear, or is a nature that can be worn. Like you can wear it as a nature, because that is the nature of God. You get that is the nature of our Creator, be it the devil, be it spirit, whoever. The origin of life itself came through the Creator, which is God. So we can't take Him out of the equation, that is why we're building on this context of He, God. Now, talking about integrity has to do with living a strict, adhering to strict rules, okay? Ability to follow up with a certain principle that has to do with ethical codes, that would help you live a streamlined life. As it is, there are principles that makes men, because the nature of earth itself responds to principles. So life itself is a nature, and life can only respond based on how we are willing to live. You get? So if, like the Bible told us, the law said, whatever a man sows, okay, he said, as the earth remaineth, he says, seed and harvest time shall not cease. And so it simply means that whatever we sow into life is what we get in return. These are the reasons why we must be careful as young people how we live our lives, so that we don't end up living a regrettable life, so that we don't end up living a life that has no meaning. Like the Bible told us clearly in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 1, it says, remember not the Lord thy God in the days of the youth. Why? Because the evil days cometh when no man can walk. Now the Lord is admonishing us that we should live a life that is acceptable, so that we can be able to produce results for posterity's sake. Okay, now I'm not trying to preach to you, but I'm trying to lay a foundation so that we can understand the meaning and the beginning, why all these things came into being, why all these things are playing. So life can only respond positively to those that are willing to live in it positively, and life will respond to you negatively when you are willing to live in it negatively. So in summary, how you want life to be or how you want it to look is how it looks. So your functionality in life is based on your input, on how you wish or how you want it to be. Now, talking about integrity, why should we live a life of integrity? Number one, because when you live a life of integrity, you are prone to live successfully. History records, or history has it, that people who truly enjoy the nature of life are those that live a life of truth. Now, even the scripture told us that when we know the truth delivers us. So the truth sets us free. So truth, in quotes, is a substance or a virtue that when it is dotted in a man's life, it helps you to live right. So truth helps you to live right, and that is what integrity does. Integrity helps you live right. So if you as a young person, you are not living right, you just have to sit down and reevaluate yourself. Like, you have to reevaluate your position, you have to reevaluate your doings, you have to reevaluate your environment, you have to reevaluate your own full self to determine what's next to do. So integrity is paramount so that you can arrive at your destination. Anyone whose life is rich with integrity is presumed to live, or is assumed he or she is going to live a fulfilled life. Fulfillment in life has nothing to do with wealth, riches, and all of that, in as much as we need them, but it's going to help you live a blameless life. So our society is bewildered with so many disastrous things, or so many disasters today, because we lack men of integrity. Our industries, the government circle, even the churches, even our churches and schools, everything that connotes society is moving towards wrong direction. Why? Because we lack men of integrity, men that can stand in the face of truth, men that can stand in the midst of storm and declare peace. The Bible told us about the fruit of the Spirit, and one of those fruits is self-control. So anyone whose life is rich with integrity, such one would live a life that has to do with, or a life filled with self-control, a life of self-control, or a self-controlled life. So let me quickly give an outline of some of the things that would help us live a self-controlled life. Number one, if you don't have vision, you can't live a self-controlled life, because only those that know where they are going can live a principled life. Because integrity has to do with following principles, living ethical lives, like following codes, ethical codes, like do this, I'm doing this, I'm not doing this, I'm doing this. It's a personality. So if one has vision, just like Joseph from the scripture, the Bible told us about Joseph in the house of Potiphar. He was lured to the bed of Potiphar's wife. He was to be lured by Potiphar's wife, but he declined. Why? Because he has a vision. Remember, he had multiple dreams. So his dreams and his visions were guidance. They were guidance for his livelihood. So if you lack vision, the reason why you are still not living a life of truth is because you lack vision. You must understand where you are going, because it is vision that helps a man knows where he's going. So when you have vision, your goals come in place. You should be able to establish your goals via the vision you've gotten about yourself. What does the future hold for you? Can you see your tomorrow now? Are you seeing 5 years from now? Are you seeing 10 years from now? If you're not seeing these things right now, you just have to sit back on the deck, put your hands on the deck, get your Bible and your book, and try to meditate out what your tomorrow has. Because if you don't have vision, you can't live a fulfilled life as a young person. All right. So integrity and self-control will be achieved if we can follow this principle, if you can discover yourself. You get? So when we discover ourselves, then we'll be able to live right. That is the summary of what I'm trying to communicate to you. If you discover yourself as a young person, you will be able to live right. So discovering oneself has a whole lot to do. It has a whole lot to do. One of my friends once told me that a lot of young people are alive, but they are not awake. So if you are awake, then your life will be full of light. Even the scripture told us, he said, if your eyes be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. So I admonish you today to make up your mind to live right, because that is where your success, your true success lies. There are other ways one can be successful, but there is one major way that is guaranteed and so sure that if you pass through that way, your life will make so much meaning to your world. Your life will make so much meaning, not just to your world, but even to God himself. I'm going to see you again next time, and it's going to be awesome. Thank you for joining me on the platform today. I remain your very host, Precious Odinaka. God bless you.
Yeah. Greetings, everyone. Rema Vibes Media Worldwide presents to you Global Evangelical Concert, the first of its kind, happening live in Nigeria and streaming all around the world. Yes, it is a live and a virtual concert, and it will be happening live in Nigeria. Date 18 December 2022. Ministering on that day we have Genesis, Minister T Quiz, God's Disciple representing Remo Vibes United States, Rubens Allen Victor representing Remo Vibes Latin America, Minister Scott, Minister Paul, Minister Chisel, Forsyth, Minister Sarah Johnson, Minister Afe Praise, Minister Yarix, Producer Sheriff will be gracing the occasion, Evangelist Samuel King, Evangelist Ruth Edda, Evangelist Precious AK, Pastor Precious Odinaka. Yes, it will be happening live on number 4 Cuba Warrior Road opposite Immoquet Junction, Ughelli, Delta State. For participation, support, and sponsorship, you can call or SMS +234 705133 9085 or +234 8104 743971. Global Evangelical Concert, the first of its kind. Yeah!
Well, won't